Well, my headers came in last night from DNA Motoring. I bought the only ones I think they listed for a forward-facing big block Chevrolet turbo style header. And after work this evening, I decided to see how they were going to fit, if they would fit. And they fairly well bolted right on. They seem to have plenty of room by a tall valve cover. And spark plug clearance, it's okay. It's more of a problem on these cars where the frame rail's in the way. Let's see if I have a picture here. It's hard to see. But they fit. The collectors are long. I knew they were from the dimensions that DNA gave. I'll have to move the V-band back probably to here. My 90s aren't in yet with the turbo flanges to trial fit, but I imagine I'll be moving the V-band back to somewhere in here, wherever it comes out, where the turbos will be right up behind the grill. Overall, they fit well. I mean, for 160 some odd dollars shipped to the door, they were a pretty good deal. Would they fit much of anything else? I guess they would fit a truck. They might fit a Chevelle or Nova or something like that if the motor was way down in it. Just to give you an idea of the two dimensions they don't give, DNA tells you where the collector is from the back edge of the block, which is a little hard to determine. You don't know if they're talking about the front or the back or the bell housing flange. But just to have some rough dimensions here, this is a standard deck big block Chevrolet. Top of the top of the header tube is about 7 3/8 from the top of the deck of the block. Let's see, we come down a little bit just to give an idea. Off the center line of the crank is about 18 inches. Flange to flange is about 35 inches. They might fit in the Fox body if you were real careful and got the motor down really low. I've actually got one right there with a small block Chevrolet in it I could measure to compare. But looking at it with a small block it'd fit, but the extra deck height with a big block, that may be a problem. But overall, I'm happy with them. They bolted right up. No problems. They came with, of course, V-band clamps and header bolts. It was a little weird on the header bolts. They fit the heads fine, but for some reason they have a 10mm head on them, which is a little odd, but that's okay. Those are cheap enough to get some more. All in all, they fit well. Of course, I cut out this car, the knot that's over the shock mounts, an upper control arm mount on here. And I may do a tubular front clip on this car to get rid of the core support and all. I don't know. I really haven't decided. I don't want to. But the most important thing for me on this particular project is they fit under the stock hood. I had to take the Dominator I had sitting on the intake off. It hits the vent tubes on the bowls, but it fits. It actually fits better than I thought it was going to fit. Now, let's see. Of course, I don't have enough light to see right here, but right here, the top edge of the V-band tucks right up in there. There's about an 1.25 inches all the way around it. So, but for me, they were a good deal. They fit well. They were about the quality you would expect. I don't have any complaints about them. Like I said, I knew I was going to have to move the V-band clamp. Now for a turbo engine, the primary and collector size, these have a 3.5 inch collector and a 2 inch primary, I believe. Really, it's a little bit large for most motors. This is a fairly large cubic inch engine, but normally you would run something probably a little bit smaller, especially on the collector, to get the turbos to spool up. But because I'm using GT45s, the exhaust housing is so small and the motor is so big, I'm actually hoping it'll kill off some spool time and they won't spool up as fast. I really don't want to be at 20 pounds of boost at 3,000 RPM. So all in all, they fit fine for me. I'm sure I'll buy from them again. They came immediately. I think I ordered them last Tuesday, I think, and they came in Monday night. So, worked out well for me. Y'all have a good evening. Stay safe. Stay warm. Bye.